starters, can you believe I'm in a sweatshirt? Like 2 days ago, it was like 98 degrees. I think it's 51 right now. I don't know. Anyways, this is not how I planned to start the video. I'm not even sure how we can salvage today. I guess we still can. It's like noon. I tried to get a hold of Phantom Fishing this morning to go fish out his way, but he was in the woods. So I headed to my local lake. Didn't realize it on the way there. It was like 80% chance of rain, which was, you know, not a big deal. Half the time the weather dude's wrong, right? So I figured I'd chance it, head to the lake, or continue to head to the lake, put the boat in. Next thing you know, the street crew is there shoveling asphalt everywhere. So I asked them what they're getting ready to do, and they said they're getting ready to tar all that area. I did that before. It's no fun. Fresh tar, rock, no fun. So put the boat back on the trailer. Now I'm back home. So we're debating on what to do. My plan today was to toss around the new Shimano crankbaits that I got from Carl's. Big shout out to Carl's for sponsoring today's video. You guys know the drill over there. I'll have them linked down below. Definitely check them out. Put a little code on the screen for you guys as well. But I'm not sure when this video will be live, but as of right now, it's member week over there. Some pretty cool deals going on. Definitely check it out. And it's a free 30-day trial. So if you're not a member, now is a great time to join. Plenty of perks over there. And like I said, these Shimano crankbaits, I want to say they're like 10, 11 bucks over there at Tackle Warehouse. But at Carl's, they're like $7.69 to like $8.29, something like that, if you're a member, because you're getting member price. But even if you don't want to join, sign up for the free trial, 30 days, make a few orders. You don't like it, cancel it. Didn't cost you a dime, and you saved a few bucks. So anyways, head over there, check them out. Big shout out to Carl's for sponsoring today's video. Let's hop on the boat, because I put a new rod in there that I wanted to play around with today. Maybe, you know what, I guess we could do. The lake where I caught my PB, cranking actually, is like literally 5 minutes from my house. It's a little park lake. Believe it or not, it's kind of funny. I leave this house all the time, you know, a few days a week to fish, to find my PB. And I've literally caught it like right over there. You know, it's just kind of funny passing that little park lake every day to find a tub, and they're in there, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, but I guess we could take that new rod and the Shimano cranks to the park. Like it is supposed to rain. It's like an 80% chance today. So I guess I'll be wearing a chesty, so we'll be somewhat protected. So not a huge deal there. No, not enough jaw jacking. Let's hop in the boat. Maybe I'll show you guys the rod. Grab a few cranks. Maybe we'll just head to the park for a couple hours. Even if we don't catch anything, we can still talk about the square bill, how I like it, if I like the hardware on them, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, let's go ahead and hop in the boat, grab some gear, and we'll just head to the park for a couple hours and see how it goes. Yeah, I just threw the crankbaits in here the other day. I got a couple different types here. I got these are the flat side here. Little flat side Shimano MB57 flat. Got like 5 colors of those, and then I got this MB50F there. It's a shallow runner. I believe it goes up to 4 feet, but they do make a shallow of this one as well. Carl's doesn't carry the shallow. I do believe they got, I think this is called like the Macbeth or something like that. Let's see here. Yeah, the Macbeth 50. Then they have like the standard Macbeth. Then I think they even have a bigger one as well. But like I said, I don't believe Carl's has the shallow one that only goes like a foot or so. Could be like a wake bait. I seen that one over there at Tackle Warehouse. But I think the one we'll mess around with today, we can find it here. You got some pretty cool colors. We got a little red craw there. A little red craw on the square bill. We might mess around with this one today, or the, what's this one called? Probably, yeah, Sexy Shad. You guys know I'm not a huge fan of that color. I think that color really, I think it catches the fisherman more than the fish. Something about it. I mean, I know it works for KVD or whatever, but man, that color just never really worked great for me. But some companies, for whatever reason, only offer the sexy shad in their shad patterns. So I do believe that was one of the only ones that Carl's had that wasn't like translucent for a shad pattern. So, but I tell you what, that bluegill color, that's pretty slick too. Yeah, so for the square bill, we got the bluegill, the sexy shad, and the craw. And then for the flat, I got, what do we got here? This one's pretty cool. This is kind of like that crawdad color from Rapala. What's this one called? Hot mustard. Little hot mustard. That red one there. You guys seen the sexy shad and that bluegill color. And this one's pretty cool. This one here is the floating. That's just the floating lure. It's the purple chartreuse. So good looking color there. Good for dirty water. These are only 3/8 of an ounce, and the square bill too, I believe, is only at 3/8 of an ounce there. So anyways, we grabbed a few of the new Mustad rods. These are the Brandon Lester Signature Series rods, the Instinct. This one is the 7-foot medium heavy crankbait rod. It's got a moderate action, exactly what you want for treble hook type lures. A bit softer action to it. Line rating 10 to 17 pound test. Lure rating 3/16 to 3/4. This should be a really good, KVD 1.5. Really any 1.5 size crankbaits. These here are 3/8, so it'd be perfect for these. The Bomber Square A, Bandit 100s. Like I said, your KVD 1.5s. That 1.5 size is going to be perfect for this rod. Of course, it can handle a bit heavier lure than that, but for me, it's going to be more of a 1.5 size rod. But a very comfortable rod in hand here. Kind of reminds me of the Akuma rods down here. EVA here with some like rubberized cork. Very comfortable rod. I like this here too. For really any of my like power fishing rods where I'm putting some pressure, above the reel on the blank, I do like a bit of comfort up there. So this one here just has some more EVA with a bit of the rubberized cork. Should be a bit more comfortable on the finger there versus the actual blank. So I do like seeing that. Like I said, on all my rods that I'm using for power fishing. Very nice there. But yeah, anyways, I got 3 of these. I guess we can go in the tackle room and look at the other 2. The other one that I got is another cranking rod, but I do believe Brandon Lester said he uses that one for his chatterbaits, his bladed jigs. So I got one of those, then I also got another all-purpose rod. So let's head to the tackle room and check out those few rods as well. Okay, let's see here. This is the other cranking rod here. But like I said, I believe he designed this for bladed jigs as well. This is the 7.3 heavy. It's a heavy power, but it has a moderate action to it. So again, it has that softer action, that slower tip. Line rating is 12 to 20, and lure rating is 1/4 to 1 ounce. So I do plan to use this rod for my my bladed jigs, my chatterbaits, and all that. So like I said, you can obviously crank with it, but this is going to be my bladed jig rod. So I do believe all of their cranking rods do come with this full grip here. Same as the other one, EVA, a bit of that rubberized cork there. Nice looking rods though, light. Like I said, very comfortable in hand here. Okay, the other rod that I got from Mustad, this one here is a 7-foot, medium heavy, fast action, a good all-purpose type rod. You guys hear me talk about that power and action all the time. Very versatile rod here. You'll notice the cranking rods are red. The other rods are blue, and I could be wrong on this, but I do believe the spinning rods, they could be white. Have white accents on them. But anyways, 7-foot, medium heavy, fast action here. Let's see here, 10 to 20 pound test line, 3/16 to 1 ounce as far as lure weight goes. Split grip. But something pretty cool about this, notice the split grip here. This part of the blank is actually, I believe that's EVA foam as well, which was pretty cool. I've never seen that before. Normally, you know, you have the blank, the exposed blank right here, but I do believe this is like an EVA foam, so that is definitely pretty cool, just different. I do like that. Again, very comfortable in hand. But again, got the same deal up here above the reel, EVA foam, a bit of the rubberized cork. I really do like that. I don't care for the closed hook keeper, and like I said before, really with any rod, that's going to be really the one complaint depending on what you're going to do with it. This rod here, most likely, I'll use it for a lot of Texas rigs. So if the hook is buried in the plastic, obviously you can't hook it on the rod. That's a bit of a pain there, but for jigs and open hook baits, spinner baits and all that, not a big deal. But for soft plastics, I do like to see an opened hook keeper on the rod. Again, not a big deal. Like I said, you're either going to love them or hate them. That's really what it comes down to with rods. Just really depends what you're going to use them for. Anyways, that's definitely not a deal breaker. Very nice feeling rods though in hand. I definitely I love the feel of it, very comfortable. And this right here is very different. I do like that. So we'll see how it fishes and all that. Of course, we'll do reviews on these rods down the road. But now you guys know that I have them. I know you guys asked about them during my last stream. So anyways, there you go. That's the 3 new Mustad rods that I picked up. I do actually have 4 Daiwa rods in as well. You know, I really don't want to make this whole video though about rods. We're supposed to be doing some fishing here, so let's get a reel on one of these rods and head to the park real fast. You know what though? I'm going to show you guys something real quick to thread the line through the guide. Super easy, especially if you're like an older guy. And I tell you what, we'll do a little giveaway for them as well. So leave a comment. If you leave a comment, you're entered for the giveaway. And I'm talking about, let me just grab some real fast here. These are, I got one of each size. I'm going to use one real fast. We'll put it back in the pack and give it to you guys. But anyways, these are the Rapid Fishing Solutions line guide. Okay, line guide here. One for micro guides, one for just your standard guides. I'll show you guys how to use these, but super cool little deal here. I got a discount code for them as well. TJ81 gets you guys 25% off over there at Rapid Fishing. But let's go ahead and get a reel on the rod. I'll show you guys how these work real fast. Leave a comment down below to be entered, and then let's head to the park for a couple hours and see if we can catch a fish on them square bills. We got the Tatula 100 on here. We got a 15-pound Seagar in Vizex, and I got one of the line guides here. Don't forget to leave a comment down below to be entered for a set of these line guides. But you'll see there on the end, it looks just like a little drop shot weight. And all you do is thread the line through the clip there, like so. Pull it up. Now you can thread this through your line guides versus just holding the line, which half the time you drop it, the line runs back through the guides. With using the line guide, for one, you have something to hold on to here, but if you were to drop it, it's got a bit of weight to it, so the line's not going to run, you know, back down the guide. So definitely pretty cool here from Rapid Fishing. Definitely check them out, link down below, and like I said, leave a comment to be entered. Anyways, just grab the line guide here. Grab the line guide and just thread it through your guides. I mean, super simple and fast. I'm sure I'm out of view here now. Just finish up the last few guides off camera here. Let's see here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Guys, it's that fast, that easy. Like I said, it's definitely a great little accessory to have in your tackle box, especially if you're getting older and your eyes are starting to go a little bit. These are very, very handy. Anyways, let's grab our bait here. We're gonna go with the sexy shad, see how it does there. One thing I did notice, it has a round line tie. I prefer the oval. With the round, you gotta worry about tying in the split. We'll just keep an eye out for that, but I'll definitely be swapping that out. Little Palomar knot here. I got a video on this, which I'll link down below. Just make sure you don't cross the lines. Give yourself plenty of line to work with. You make sure the line is not crossed. Like so. before you cinch it down, just make sure you're not in the splits. Rotate that split ring there. As of right now, I'm in that split. Rotate the split ring with your finger there. Okay, wetter. And cinch it down. With an oval, you don't have to worry about that. Okay, cut your tag end off. I guess we'll go ahead and run. It looks like it comes with some round bends on there. We'll run those for now. I'll bring some Mustad short shanks with me. I do like that EWG style hook, that treble hook, especially if I'm fishing from the bank, just because it's a bit more weedless. You know, those EWG style hooks are tipped in, where those round bends are not. They're in line with the shank there. But like I said, you tend to get snagged up a bit more with a round bend versus that triple grip style there. But like I said, we'll play around with these, see how they do. If I'm getting snagged up or I'm losing fish or whatever, I wouldn't swap into the triple grips. But these are great too though. A round bend, if fish are slapping at it, just because that hook point is more open and you have a better chance of, I guess, snagging them if they slap at it versus that EWG style hook. But like I said, I got videos on that to where I had a 5-pounder tail slap a Bomber Square A with a size 6 triple grip, and I got her in a boat. So that doesn't mean you can't get them in the boat if they slap at it, but again, it's a bit easier to get them in the boat with a round bend versus EWG if they're slapping at it. So anyways, that's kind of why I like, for top waters and jerkbaits, I do prefer a round bend over that triple grip style, but for all of my cranking, I do prefer the triple grips. Anyways, let's go ahead and throw the bait, the old bait sack here. Like so, I got a code for them as well, which I'll link down below. Clip that on the rod, like that. And let's head to the lake. Okay, we're back home after a few hours of fishing this square bill at the park lake. It was not fantastic. I mean, I caught 5 or 6 small bass. Maybe if we put them all together, it might equal a keeper. I mean, it was pretty rough, but we did catch a handful of bass. But the main thing was I got a few hours with the bait, so I feel I can give you guys my opinion on the bait now. No doubt it's going to catch fish and catch big fish. But as far as performance goes, again, I feel I can speak on that now. And I tell you what, I'm very impressed with this crankbait. One thing I didn't know is it is a silent crankbait, no rattles. And normally with the water clarity that I fish, I do like the rattles. That being said, this crankbait has a very fast, wide wobble, okay? And I can definitely feel that, you know, through the rod. So rattles or no rattles, the fish are definitely going to feel this crankbait coming through. So again, very impressed with the action that this bait has. Another thing that kind of impressed me, to be honest with you guys, is the durability. I know I only got a few hours on it, but I mean, I crank a ton, and after a few hours with other crankbaits, I mean, they're pretty beat up. And this one here has very little hook rash on it. The bill's a little chewed up there. But like I said, for the time that I have on it, I expected it to look a bit worse. Again, only a few hours, but that was, you know, 3 hours of just nonstop cranking rock. I just expected it to have a few chips in it or just to look worse than it does. And like I said, it looks pretty dang good for, like I said, a few hours of fishing rock. So again, very impressed with the durability so far as well. Again, guys, I know I only have a few hours on the bait, but like I said, I've seen them look a lot worse than this within a few hours. So again, I do believe durability of this crankbait is going to be pretty good. Another thing that I did notice, it's a fast floater, okay? A very buoyant crankbait. I don't believe I was in a snag that I had any trouble getting out of. So I did snag a few times there, but just popping the rod or going kind of backwards with the way the bait came in, it floated out of there really fast. So like I said, I'm very impressed with the buoyancy of this bait as well. For one, it's going to help kind of create a little reaction type strike. So you're grinding in, and once you kill it, like I said, it floats up pretty fast. So that will trigger some strikes. But like I said, it's going to help you get out of snags as well. So overall, guys, I'm very impressed with the performance of the crankbait. Like I said, I only had 5 or 6 bass on it. I do believe every bass that I caught had the back hook. So most likely I had the wrong color on. I could have switched to the craw or maybe the bluegill. I didn't do it. I should have. But like I said, that's a great sign right there. If they're constantly hitting that back hook, they're interested. but they're not chewing it. You know, they don't really want it, but they're still interested in it. So maybe if I would have switched to a bluegill or a craw, maybe they would have choked it. Maybe I would have got some bigger bites. Either way, I didn't, but we did still catch a handful of fish. But that's something to keep in mind. If they are hitting that back hook, you may want to change up colors. Guys, like I said, overall, it is a very nice square bill. And like I said, over there at Carl's, I think it's coming in like at $7.69 member price. So again, if you're not a member, great time to do it. Save a few bucks on this square bill here. I'll definitely be picking up more for sure. It would be nice, like I said, to have a rattle in it. But like I said, with the action that it has, I don't believe I'll have an issue at all getting bit in that muddier water. So I'm very, very impressed with the square bill so far. Like I said, it would have been nice to have an oval split ring there on the front. That's an easy fix. Hooks are solid after a few hours of cranking rock. They are still like sticky sharp. I'd imagine if I were to put on some Mustads, probably, what do we got here? These are 6s. It's a 6 short shank. I might be able to put, some 4s on there, which we can do real fast just to see. Let's see, that's a round bin. We like this them here. No, that's 1s. Here we go. Size 4s. Got them labeled there. I'm sure we can probably fit 2 4s on there. Let's see here. It's probably going to be a hair shorter, but it's a bit wider, so the bit shorter that it is may kind of make up for the wider part of it, so maybe they won't tangle. Let's go ahead and try it out really fast. See what we got here. I do have videos on this, so I'll link those down below as well, but super easy to swap out treble hooks. Find the split, go back, I don't know, maybe 1/8 inch or so, open it up, and you can just go ahead and rotate her off. I use the Texas Tackle split ring pliers, some of the best that I found. Okay, and these might be a bit too big just because it's a wider hook. You may have to drop down to 6s. Yeah, you don't want your hook to tangle. You don't want to make the perfect cast and then the hooks tangle and you gotta, you know, your crankbait becomes a topwater pretty much because it won't dive. But let's see if we can get these 4s on here. I think we probably can. It's gonna be close though. One little trick I do with the bomber is I downsize the split ring, but this one here seems to be pretty small the way it is, so I don't want to make this one any smaller. That'll kind of cause it to bind up and you'll lose fish. But it's probably a 2 on there. If it was a 3, I'd drop it down to a 2, but I do believe it's already a 2. But let's see here. Here's the other number 4 here. Okay. There we go. 2 number 4s on there. See if they tangle. Oh yeah, we're solid with that. I think we actually have more room here than we had before. That's the Mustad short shank triple grips size 4. Yeah, there's no way those are going to tangle. Well, double check here. It would have to be, no, even when they're like that, I'm not seeing those size 4s tangling. No, I think we're good. Yeah, we're good there. Now, I did read something on the back here. What was that saying? Let's see here. Combination oversized hybrid square bill design, high buoyancy, and fixed one-piece weight construction makes the MB50F the optimal lure choice for heavy cover cranking. The hybrid square bill creates a fast wobble, which I noticed, and rolling action, while the molded weight concentrates the lure center of gravity. A thicker diameter rear hook eye increases durability. Thicker diameter rear hook eye, which that is noticeable. Okay, so the eye back here that the split ring is on is definitely a bigger diameter compared to the front. If you guys can see that or not, but it is. I can see that clear as day here. thick diameter rear hook eye increases durability. I thought for a second it was the hook that they put on. I knew read something like that earlier, so I thought maybe I would have messed with something by changing hooks, but it was the eye that is different here. But yeah, they're also saying here that's kind of like an oversized bill as well, kind of like what you'd see in a 2.5, which also gives it that wider wobble, but it also protects the front hook from getting snagged as well. Overall, guys, I'm definitely a fan of it for sure. I'll be picking up some more of these 100%. Okay, real fast, let's talk about the combo. Again, this is the Mustad Instinct Brandon Lester Signature Series crankbait rod, 7-foot medium heavy, moderate action. So far, man, I'm loving it. I got no issues at all with the rod. Very comfortable rod to fish with. And this here is, so your load's at 3/16, maxes out at 3/4. This is a 3/8 ounce crankbait. And with this particular crankbait and this rod, I mean, I was able to just launch that square bill. So again, very nice casting rod here for that weight. Another thing I really like about this rod, and really just graphite cranking rods in general, is you get a lot of feedback from them. You know, I knew when I was cranking rock, when I was in mud, if I had a leaf on my hook or whatever. So again, a lot of great feedback from this rod. Very impressed with it so far. Really looking forward to reviewing this rod, you know, either during the winter or early spring. But if you guys are in the market for a new cranking rod, I would definitely check this one out. Again, so far, so good. I'm loving it. Like I said, Tatula 100 on there pairs up really nicely. And I've got 15-pound Seagar in BizX. That's my go-to cranking lines right there. You know, either 12 to 17-pound test. Seagar and BizX is usually what I'm running. Again, we're running 15-pound here on the 100. Well, guys, that should wrap it up. I would have liked to have had, you know, more fish catches in this video, better fish. But like I said, I didn't really need to catch really any fish, you know, on this crankbait to be able to talk about it. I just wanted some time with it to be able to give you guys my opinion. And like I said, so far, I'm loving it, and I'm sure you guys will as well. Definitely check it out. Link down below. Again, big shout out to Carl for sponsoring today's video. And if you guys liked the video, be sure to smash the thumbs up. Remember to leave a comment down below to be entered in the little giveaway, the Rapid Fishing Line Guides. Love you guys, and we will see you guys on the next one.